Like and subscribe. It costs nothing, and it helps us in the algorithm. Thanks. Welcome, everyone, to the What's Left podcast. I'm John here with Jake and Brad. We are the punk rock garage band podcast, and our voice of resistance as loudly as we can here on the Derealization Nation Media Network. Guys, a lot of stuff going on in the world. Just a quick run through of the latest in the despicable non-war in Gaza, the genocide. Netanyahu has made the decision to completely occupy Gaza, and Trump reiterated his stance that it was allowable. The Israeli government voted to remove the guy prosecuting Netanyahu, so they're just all in. Like, they are all in, and this is going to happen. I tried to get the video of it because I feel like Jake, you would love this guy, but Ireland's president. Did you see it?
I did not, but I do love Ireland.
I know you did. He's like 1,000 years old, and like his accent is hilarious, and his principles and his morals on the subject too are like also like super inspiring. Like, he's like, you know what? Like, we should invoke whatever article or chapter of the UN Charter to secure the sites where the aid comes across and push the aid across. Like, that should be bare minimum. Yeah. And that's like right. Like, no duh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
if no one steps in, Gaza is gone.
Yeah. No, and they're not mincing words about it anymore. Like, they're literally saying it. Here's the only video we're going to show today. But this is just what happens. This is every single day. These are people lined up trying to get aid and being shot at.
Jesus Christ.
والله لو بدك تديني والله ما
כל הפחית הזאת זה ליומיים כדי שאני לא אמות. מה שאני עושה עכשיו, אני חופר את הקבר שמיד מבחינתי לי, כי כל יום שעובר הגוף שלי הולך.
See, that reporting there is just totally out of whack. Because Hamas has, like, there's no report that reporting is coming straight from Israel, and everything that they say is bullshit.
I'm confident saying that Hamas doesn't even exist.
Right.
It's not even a thing.
No,
it's just their excuse.
Calling it a ceasefire is laughable. I mean, nobody's firing at anybody except for the IDF.
Yeah, you never see like bombs being dropped on Israel. You never see IDF soldiers dying. Like, you don't see any of that.
No, they have the Iron Dome. There's no chance of them getting hit with anything. Really, even if they do, they just get to provoke and just keep getting away with it. It's just fucking sickening. Just fucking sickening. The tides are changing a little bit, but just not enough and not quickly enough. And it's just shameful. And every single Democrat, in fact, every lawmaker should be primaried in the next 2-3 cycles. Like, we just got to get everybody, pretty much the entirety of this Congress, just eliminated. There is not anybody in this Congress right now who's worth a goddamn. Nobody has stepped up to slow down fascism. Nobody has stepped up to slow down genocide. And if you can't step up to slow down two of the greatest evils on the entire fucking planet, then what the fuck are you doing there? Right?
Agreed. Get them out. 406 to 6. Remember that. 406 to 6.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy, insane banana pants.
I know I missed Thursday, but did you guys talk about Cory Booker?
No.
Did you put him in this place or no?
A little bit, but we didn't hate him enough.
Not enough. No, and he's out here now. He's fucking talking about this gerrymandering thing. He's really trying. And fuck you, buddy. Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, you seriously, like, you wasted all that fucking goddamn time You know, because if you can't be moral about a genocide, you have no legitimacy to talk about anything.
Right.
Just don't. It's crazy how, like, on one hand, he could talk about how America rightfully needs to recognize their past and their history in order to move forward, but like Israel's present is not necessary to look at. Like, excuse me, like this is happening in live action. This is one that we can actually stop. And the United States has leverage that no other country has. No other country. As much as these other countries want to do, they can't do much because Israel is basically the 52nd state, except it's a good state that we care about. It's like the favorite child, the one that gets all the stuff, you know, like the mistress's kid, you know, this fucking Gumad's son running around with all the goddamn fucking nice stuff. Gumad is side piece for those who don't speak Italian or Italian American, I guess. I don't know if that's really Italian as much as it is just, you know, South Jersey. But anyway, yeah. So that's that. Just, you know, every day it's between 40 and 100 people being murdered. 4 and 5 are starving to death now on a regular basis every single day. So it just does not stop. Does not stop. All right, so this redistricting thing. Latest is Texas Democrats are flying out to Illinois on billionaire J.D. Pritzker, the governor's dime. He's putting up at his Hyatt hotels. That's where his fortune is from. But they have broken quorum so that the Texas cannot go forward with the gerrymandering for now. I thought this was interesting, though. This is what I want to share. So this is Jessica Tarlov on Fox. She's like their one left wing. She's the voice of reason on Fox. That they keep on to keep it fair and balanced. You know, the one person against the other 4 in the 5. That's balance. I don't know. I mean, I guess one person with facts versus 4 propagandists. It probably does have to be at least that many.
They know that they're not willing to put on 2 Democrats because they would be fucked.
Yeah, roasted. Boom, roasted. But here's a quick reminder of like the difference. So, yeah, both parties are a complete and utter moral failure, but there is differences, and here is one of them.
Well, hopefully she won't, but odds are that that is what's going to happen once everyone does eventually have to come home, whether that is tomorrow or it's in December, and they can hide out that long. And this isn't about populations coming in and out of blue states. It's about the fact that J.B. Pritzker can afford to do this. And when they went to D.C. a few years ago, they ran out of money. J.B. Pritzker's never running out of money, and he's got a bunch of Hyatt hotels, and they can each have a suite, and they can hang out there for as long as they need to. But the idea that people are watching this happen, or at least people who vote like I do, or have similar values, to me, are seeing this just as people running away from their job is ludicrous. What they are seeing is the fact that Donald Trump called out Greg Abbott, and redistricting is supposed to happen once every 10 years. That's when the census happens. He's saying, I want a mid-cycle redistrict because I only have a three-seat majority, and I need a bigger cushion. So get me 5 more seats. So Greg Abbott calls a special session, not about the flooding, not about what happened in Camp Mystic, but so that he can steal seats from Democrats, so that Jazzy won't be able to have her seat any longer. It's important to remind people that in 2021, there was a bill, the For the People Act, H.R. 1, and it would have banned all gerrymandering, and every single Democrat voted for it, and every single Republican voted against it. Republicans want it this way. They want to use this to their advantage, and of course, there are some states, if you can do it, why wouldn't you get as many seats as possible? But the way in which Abbott is going about this has made people, even like Eric Holder, who runs an organization that is fundamentally against this, change his tune because the California proposal, and Newsom has been out front on this as well, only has this happen for a few years. So it will go back to normal cadence and the independent commissions will come back into play. But if you don't fight fire with fire, what are we supposed to do? In a midterm, you're supposed to pick up seats. So we're supposed to just sit there and take it like this. That's why Hochul says that we are at war. And it looks that way to me. And I'm someone who doesn't usually argue for this kind of behavior. What is unfair is in Texas, 45% of the vote goes to Democrats. They would only get 21% of.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it in a nutshell. And I mean, thank God they're stopping it, but this is fucked up, man. And I mean, you have to do what you have to do. But hopefully what they can do is just stop it from happening in general. But this is a game nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to win. And this is, it just strikes me that this country was founded, it's not a full democracy, right? It's not a direct democracy. It is a democratic republic. We elect our leaders. And all of these guardrails were in place because the founding fathers were like, let's not let a ruling mob kick out the minority. The minority being, the wealthy landowners, right? Like, let's never have a situation where a mob of people can outvote the wealthy landowners. What the Senate is about, that's what the Electoral College is about. So all of this stuff, all these districting, gerrymandering, all these things, that's what it's all about. And so you have the Voting Rights Act, which is supposed to rebalance these things and give some power back to the people. And they're looking to gut that because that's the only protection that people have to fight against this. Those other things aren't necessary. If you want to go and get rid of redistricting, then get rid of fucking the gerrymandering, get rid of the fucking filibuster, get rid of all of it. Like, just the Electoral College, fucking go direct democracy and see what the fuck happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know what? If California gets 52 fucking seats, like 71% of this country's GDP comes from California. Or something stupid like that. Like, it's an insane amount of money comes from California and New York, and the Congress is the power of the purse. So honest to God, like, if New York and Texas, or if New York and California end up being overrepresented in Congress, it is what it is. It's their money.
It's fucking terrible.
Oh, it's terrible. Don't get me wrong. But what has to happen here is that people who live in states like ours, like Ohio, like Missouri, like, they have to understand they contribute nothing, right? It's nice that they get people there who get to pay no taxes, but they still get government services and FEMA aid and things like that, and that is paid for somehow, right? And it's paid for by the taxes of other states, and they are already way overrepresented in the Senate. Like, they have way too much control. Like, the idea that, North and South Dakota have 4 senators and probably 15 people living in the state is crazy, right? That's crazy. And those are statewide races. That's not something you can gerrymander. So I don't know. It's just, there has to be some kind of reckoning with this. And I'm glad that at least if the Democrats do this, they're going to only do it for this cycle and have it written into the law to return to the redistricting. So that's good. All right. That's enough of that. All right. Let's get to the latest and greatest video of Donald Trump being an absolute fucking creep. And guys, like, we know, right? Everybody knows. But the amount of stuff that's coming out is just, it kind of makes me angry. Like, where was this stuff during any of these elections? And it just, I don't know. This latest one is almost too much. If I can find it. All right. This is.
My name is Juliet. I have a question. My question is, how many jets do you have and how would I apply to be flight attendants?
I think she's hired. I mean, yeah, hired. Now, I had a case. It was very interesting. A beautiful girl who was 17 or 18 applied to be a waitress. She's so beautiful. She's like a world-class beauty, like the young lady who just asked a question about the actress. She's so beautiful. And my people came, she said, "Well, Mr. Trump, she has no experience." So I interviewed her anyway, because she was so pretty. And I said, "Let me ask you, do you have any experience?" She goes, "No, sir." I said, "When can you start?" You can work on my plan anytime. Yeah. See, now, she worked in my plan. That's like a death wish for me, right? That's like an alcoholic. I have many friends. They're wonderful people. They're alcoholics. You put scotch in front of them. It's like, this would be my form of alcoholism. Okay, yes, ma'am.
That is the man that's supposed to represent our country on a global scale.
You can also see how much he's deteriorated since then.
I know. Holy shit. Holy shit. You know, remember like when we were talking about Matt Gaetz a couple weeks ago, and I was like talking about like how you can't have somebody like that in a position of power because they would be way too easy to be manipulated?
Yeah.
Stay tuned for my conspiracy theory. I'm just telling you guys, like this guy is such a fucking trash heap. It's unbelievable. And I just, you know, like I was saying before the show, like you wonder like because it makes you angry, like where was all of this investigative reporting before the election? And then you remember, oh yeah, media was corporate entirely, and he was running against Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Yep. And the second time around, everybody just assumed that he was a rapist was built into the pie, like baked into the pie already.
Yep.
You know, so nobody bothered to like dig this shit up. It's
Care.
wild. It's fucking wild, man. It's
And
wild.
I still, like, obviously we care and independents care, but like his base does not care, bro. This is not a deal breaker for them.
Still. In fact, if anything, like this is like it's part of their ethos. Like they are like pro pro child abuse. Right? Like at this point, like there's I don't know how else to say it. Like they're for it. So he gave this speech the other day, with Chris Jericho, Lawrence Taylor, and you see JD Vance there in the background, and I just play it.
Great athletes have asked to join the council, and we're going to let some of them come in, but they're going to also be working on college football in terms of what happened. It's a mess. What happened? It's what they're doing with college football, and the fans are upset about it, and players are being taken from team after team and being traded around like playing cards, and a lot of money's passing and nobody knows what's happening. So these people behind me are going to be very much involved in figuring that whole thing out and working on it and trying to bring some sanity to that incredible, not only the football, college sports, very, very bad for women. It's very bad what's happening because now all of a sudden there's no women that are able to get the money that they're talking about. You know, it seems to be going mostly to football, some basketball, and women's sports are being totally decimated. We know that, Annika, you know, with this. It's all going into football and some to basketball, and everything else is being left behind. And women are being left behind, and lesser sports are being left behind, and the Olympics is being decimated because that was like training for the Olympics, and now we're not going to have that many of those sports left. The smaller sports, they're almost going to be completely wiped out. This is crazy what's going on. We banned men from competing in women's sports, and last week the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee announced that they will be complying with that order.
Holy shit.
Harrison Butker was up on that stage. That's hilarious.
that's the one.
Yeah, Harrison Butker. That was Triple H actually.
Oh, right.
Bryson DeChambeau.
Mm-hmm. Yep. JD. And
don't forget L fucking T.
yes. Lawrence Taylor. Jake, you know who Lawrence Taylor is?
No, I'm confused on what that whole thing was because I didn't understand what he was saying.
Oh, don't worry. Nobody does. It's
I know. I saw all their faces.
Right.
No one was saying.
if you step back and you think about it a little bit, it's probably he's like talking. Somebody was talking to him about the fact that college players make money off their name now and are able to transfer colleges however much they want. But like, boy, it's in terms of college football,
I was just rambling.
what's happening and the things and whatever, blah blah blah. But it gets better because Lawrence Taylor is an ex-linebacker for the New York Giants. Lawrence Taylor is famous for really hard hits and really hard hits of cocaine. He is the also known for being arrested with a 16-year-old prostitute. He claims that the pimp never told him that she was 16. Lawrence Taylor is not allowed anywhere near children or schools. But he is Donald Trump's pick to run the fitness test for kids. And he is so fucking excited to be there.
Dude, he's incredibly qualified. If you ask him, if you listen to him here, he'll tell you exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah. Check out how happy he is to just be around children again.
No, don't start. I'm just proud to be on this team. I don't know why. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing, but I'm here to serve, and I'm here to serve you. Okay, so I'm going to do the best I can for as long as I can. Thank you very much.
Nobody like him.
Crazy. He's clueless, bro. He could have picked anybody in the world.
Anybody. Well, I mean, not anybody. It seems that most MAGA celebrities are somehow related to a child sex ring. That was fucking wild, bro. That was fucking wild. He has no idea why he's there. None. Which, I don't know how he could be confused after that enlightening speech that Trump just gave.
Well, in his defense, crack cocaine and CTE.
Right. Absolutely. For sure. What's that look about?
I don't. So what is he in charge of? Because he doesn't, and I don't.
Yeah, they're bringing back the presidential fitness test. They're bringing back the presidential fitness test in schools.
For the Grand Pacer maker test, whatever, and you do this.
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Down,
Yep.
up, down. Come
Yeah, you do the sit and reach thing, and then
Did we lose all the copies of the CD?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But apparently, they don't do it anymore.
No, but I guess you need like an ex-crackhead linebacker to run it. Which I don't even know why you need somebody at the top. Like, isn't that just something you tell the schools to do? Like,
that just feels like
it's the one job the gym teacher has. That's his one job.
Right.
There's one actual thing he has to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got to put the balls back in the bag and back in the closet.
No, we do. No, they couldn't do it.
That's all right. I wouldn't know. Never been there. School? Never heard of the place. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just wild. Like, he really picked a registered sex offender.
Mm-hmm.
He could have picked a literal cucumber.
They're just rubbing it in the face now. They're just like, yeah, we can. And we'll keep doing it.
Yeah. It could have been no one. This position didn't even need to exist. Like, the fitness test could have existed all on its own.
That did for a while.
Right?
It just feels like wasteful spending.
Mm-hmm.
Wasteful spending.
Boy. So we're be off track, Brad. We got
All right, fine.
all right.
Let's get to the fun stuff.
Let's get to the fun stuff because here's the point, and this is why, this is the reason why I believe that it's important, not necessarily to believe in any of these conspiracy theories unless you want to, because go for it. But here's the thing, like somewhere along the way, we let this whole Epstein thing get away from us because of the QAnon thing, right? And we just completely ignored it and didn't pay any attention to it because it became a QAnon specialty. Meantime, I mean, it wasn't like the Epstein investigation wasn't going on. During the Biden administration, they were investigating the money trail. That's been shut down, obviously, since Trump took over the presidency. You guys remember the really boring Senator Ron Wyden, the one who was putting everybody to bed with his numbers? Yeah, his investigation has been ongoing for years. So, I feel like when we talk about conspiracy theories, it's important that like some of these things are usually grounded in some truth, and B, like let's address the fact that like people are so fucking they have no trust in their government whatsoever, to the point where they will literally believe something as ridiculous as name the following 3 conspiracy theories you're about to hear over the fact that, like, the government says. People like Jake still don't believe that we landed on the moon. Like, that's...
I'm not done with that, so that doesn't hit me.
That's because we didn't. You're in the minority that think we did, John.
Yeah.
That's a crazy one to pick.
Yeah, you put everybody behind a closed door and allow them to say, did we land on the moon, yes or no, without their name being attached to it? You're in the minority.
You are in the hard minority. Oh, it's not even close.
Oh, yeah.
You should have went with the birds aren't real thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's crazy. That just proves the point, though, because here's a guy who told you that he made it up, and people are still like, no, but you were right, though. Like that thing that you made up. Yeah, that thing you made up was true. So it's just wild. So I don't know. This thing is plus it's a hell of a lot of fun. So
am I able to start, because mine kind of segues into what we're kind of talking about?
Absolutely. Go ahead and give us a go, Jake.
Mine is about the Satanic Panic in the 80s and 90s. Do you guys know anything about it?
I mean, you mean like Nancy Reagan?
Well, I do want to say, like, this is like, I feel like how right-wing media over the years always deflects. And we're seeing it again with child abuse and child sexual abuse. So in the 1980s and 1990s, America became convinced that an underground network of Satanists were working together to kidnap, torture, and abuse children. And who do they blame? The Church of Satan and other minority churches. It's all started with a book called Michelle Remembers in the 1980s. Michelle remembers suppressed memories of ritual satanic abuse conducted by her mother. And how they got this information from these children was from a Canadian, oh darn, I forgot his name, Canadian psychiatrist who used hypnosis and other things to bring about these suppressed memories. See, when you're interviewing a child and telling them all this stuff, bringing this all into light, they are going to want to appease the authorities. So they're going to be like, yeah, sure, I think I remember that. Or, yeah, maybe I did, and I just don't remember it, just to be praised for it.
Mm-hmm.
Then this just sparked it in 1983 with the McMartin preschool trial, claiming that these daycare teachers were abusing their kids in the daycare. And this was one of many. There were so many over the entire United States, Canada, and I think other countries, claiming that these kids were being taken and abused in these daycares. This is ruining people's lives. The McMartin case, they were held in jail for like 10 years.
What?
And were finally acquitted because it was never proved. And then the NBC special Devil Worships Exposing Satan's Underground in 1988 was like one of the most watched news reels that entire year. And they said that these ideals were brought about by playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, listening to heavy metal,
Remember this
movies
part.
like movies like Long Legs or like Rosemary's Baby.
Mhm.
You know, like things like that. And then it just like causes panic. And what are people who are religious going to do? Obviously blame someone who doesn't have the same ideals as them, because it's all just prejudice. So I don't know if it was directly linked to right-wing media, but I'm going to assume that they're going to be the ones attacking things and deflecting. And what we're seeing now is all this child abuse and the right-wing side. And it's like almost like they've been covering it up for so many years and deflecting it on other minority groups that they know they can say shit about and no one's going to defend them. Because ignorance is easier than truth, you know? Like, obviously, it's the Church of Satan abusing the children, not the priest in our Catholic churches. No way.
Right.
No way.
Couldn't be them.
Yeah. So it's just like all this twisted by prejudice and hate. And like, if you really get into it, there's like so many more cases that these poor teachers are just put through hell because of these parents. So yeah,
That's a great one. And I was not incorrect when I said Nancy Reagan, because that is not just, yeah, you're not just,
time period. Yeah.
yeah. So no, that's 100% like where if you look at like the Reagan era beginnings of the GOP becoming the party of family values and weird shit like that, like that's all Reagan era stuff coming from the same thing. Fear of Dungeons and Dragons, hip hop music, rock and roll, all those things, heavy metal, Iron Maiden, all that shit, evil, satanic, the devil, blah blah blah. Like that was the beginning. That's where they stole the narrative. And Fox News, I think, comes in the 90s. So I think they come in after Reagan, but like this is like Heritage Foundation 1988. Like they put out the Project 1988 was their first playbook for the GOP. And that's the kind of stuff, like that's the kind of fear mongering that they began.
And a lot of this stuff has been like proven, like the people who were accused was proven like not guilty and all this stuff. And like the girl that Michelle remembers, that book, they ended up marrying each other. Big red flag there.
Yeah.
No, your psychiatrist that hypnotized you. But
yeah. God damn.
You don't do that. But a lot of this, I think, is just another, like an example of them pushing this narrative on another group instead of themselves. So it's not, this conspiracy isn't like completely true, but like my thoughts on like this conspiracy in its own self is like, we're not the evil people. These people are. No, you guys are these evil bastards who have existed throughout years. Like, you're the ones drinking the baby's blood. Okay, we aren't.
100%. 100%. And it's true today. I mean, that's so crazy because I was just said QAnon. Like that's
like, let me go first.
Right. That's just resurrecting. QAnon's just resurrecting the same old tired fucking playbook in new ways. That's all it is. Just new people to fear.
Right. Now, unfortunately, it's the trans people. Please, if you can, donate to the ACLU or the Trevor Project.
Trevor Project's also great. ACLU, never a bad time to give to the ACLU.
They're helping with all those ones being wrongfully held and everything like that.
Also, check out Democracy Docket. They are doing a lot of the lawsuits as well. So, yeah, no, that's the one that's just still around, bro. Still around.
Oh yeah, and it's the Bilderberg Group, and then it's the Illuminati, and they just keep passing the buck on to the next group.
Yep. And then all along the way, you see they've got these pastors making all this money. Because I almost brought it up, but like the Tammy Faye Bakers and the fucking, like that whole thing. And now you've got your Joel Osteens and and that whole mega pastor universe.
My imagining of this is they're in like this old Victorian chapel building, and they all come and sit, and they have this giant wheel of just minorities, and they say, "Who are we gonna attack this time for this?"
I promise you that is where the GOP meets. Is some fucking old cobwebby Scooby Doo mansion.
Yeah.
Some picture with eyes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This liberal on a wheel spinning on.
Right. Yeah. Socialist. Some fucking. Yeah. Yep. And that's crazy. Yeah, because I remember that stuff because that was the you know, the aftermath of our childhood was every other video game had to be inspected. Mortal Kombat was the devil, and yeah, hip hop was.
I'll clear it up for you. The Church of Satan does not actually worship Satan. They're actually atheists, so they don't believe in that at all. I mean, they chose the name. They put that on themselves, but he chose the name. But
they did ask for the smoke. They asked for that smoke.
They don't actually worship Satan. They're just atheists.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fucking fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And the damage, bro. The damage a little bit of fear can do.
It really can.
It's absolutely unbelievable. All right. Yeah.
Brad's gonna make me sad.
Brad, how do you want us to do? You want me to play your video first, or?
Yep, roll the clip.
Roll the clip. Oh shit! Look at how professional we are.
It is about to make you sad.
It is gonna make me so sad. It's one of the worst.
Maybe I cannot tell you how very little I care about royal families, and I don't really know much about this conspiracy theory, so we'll see.
Well, she was hated because she wasn't like the royal family.
She wasn't the royal family, right?
Cool.
She didn't cringe when she saw a black person.
Yeah, right. Royal? I doubt it. We'll see. I'm going to learn today.
Yep. Conspiracy theory: Princess Diana. Princess Diana was killed in a car crash in Paris in 1997, 1 year after her divorce from Prince Charles. Conspiracies immediately started with theorists stating key points surrounding the accident. The theories focus on her relationship with Dodi Fade, who died in the limo alongside her. He was supposedly planning to propose to Diana the night of the accident. The theory here is that the royal family had a hand in her passing to stop this marriage. Dodi's father said they were killed because the monarchy couldn't stand the thought of Diana and Prince Charles's sons, heirs to the British throne, having a stepfather who was Egyptian and Muslim. People also believe that she may have been pregnant at the time of the accident. Theorists believe that Diana's medical care after the crash was deliberately sabotaged. Because Diana was treated at the scene for an hour and not immediately rushed to the nearest hospital after this, she was driven slowly to the hospital and then stopped minutes away to supposedly be treated again inside the ambulance. There were 14 CCTV cameras in the underpass, however, not one captured the fatal incident. A note was found months after Diana's passing written by the princess, which read, "My husband is planning an accident in my car, brake failure and head injury to make the path clear for him to marry."
What now? Go ahead.
Yeah, see, so you don't even be knowing.
No,
yeah, you know anything.
Break it down for me.
All right, so Princess Diana married into the royal family.
Mm-hmm.
The same way like Meghan Markle style, like just a commoner.
She lived.
Yes, Meghan Markle's still here. But what happened was she divorced, left the royal family, and then she was with Dodi. And whether or not she was pregnant, I don't know. I don't know enough about that to know for sure.
Part ever.
But the royal family was not willing to. They just weren't willing to have that. They weren't willing to let that take place.
Yeah.
And because she knew so much about the royal family, that for her to be with an Egyptian man was like bad for the royal family. Like just her knowledge of the situation and knowledge of the royal family and like her inside information that most people aren't able to obtain. She had all that because she married in, and it posed a threat to them because they were going to be exposed, as you can see with like the Andrew stuff. Like these people are fucking weird.
No doubt about that.
And they're with the way that they did the medical care and the fact that there were that many closed caption TVs down there.
That's weird.
Or sorry, closer TVs, and none of them captured the accident. It's only logical to believe that it was intentional. And she literally wrote a fucking letter saying my husband's going to cut the brakes on my vehicle.
Where the fuck did that letter come from? What's the legitimacy of this? Like that one I don't understand. I mean,
but she was so much different than the royal family. Like she was not one of them.
No, she was not.
Like I mean, to divorce a member of the royal family, you got to really be fucking willing to risk it all.
Yeah.
Just watch videos of her interact with people or do things at the school that royal families never did. She participated in the games at the school that you're never supposed to do as a princess.
Yeah, I get that, but like you hear that out loud, like so what? Like you know what I mean? Like so she participated in some games at a school. God, like that's it's putting that fucking royal veneer on it that I just don't give a fuck about. Like cause she's a princess. Like I don't give a fuck.
Right. They do a lot. The royal family really does.
The royal family does. British people don't give a fuck about the royal family either.
People didn't do it. The royal family did.
I mean, I could see. I legitimately believe they are a bunch of evil, weird inbreds, and I don't put anything past them. I'll give you that. So that's fucking wild, though, man. Like the note. I want to know the note. Like how the two things that I guess the two things that I wrote down, the two things that I thought were weird was I don't hear any evidence of how they would know that the medical care was altered or the medical records were altered post facto. And I also don't know where this mysterious letter that's just so fucking on the nose, like so perfectly describes how it's going to go down.
Her accident was essentially live streamed. Like for the moment it happened, afterwards there was a helicopter overhead the entire time.
Yeah. No, I remember that part. I don't know. That's fucking crazy. And I mean, tie it all back, like you said, to Prince Andrew and Virginia Giuffre.
Just do too much.
Yeah. They are willing to go to some fucking pretty extreme lengths.
That's why Maryland had to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why they had to get rid of Maryland.
Yeah. Do you think it was the Egyptian thing or the Muslim thing? Because
yes.
Yeah.
I think anything other than
yeah. Both. Yeah. They've clearly always been very racist. Like that's not really up for debate.
And I was so close to be reincarnated as her. As a month and a half.
Yeah. So close. I mean, you don't know how reincarnation works. It could be like, the souls could be like, waiting. Might be waiting. There might be a line. Might not happen right away.
If it's late, then I'm good.
Yeah.
You don't even develop a soul until you hear Queen for the first time.
That's true. Until you've heard a Prince riff, you have no soul.
Yeah, there you go. You don't even have a soul yet.
You've never had any soul. Fascinating. Princess Di, huh?
Yep.
All right. You guys ready for mine?
You got one? Yeah, fuck yeah.
I do have one, actually. I do. I want to talk about Krasnov, which, for those people who don't know, comes from a Facebook post by an ex-KGB agent claiming that Donald Trump was recruited by Moscow in 1987 under that code name. And it went viral at the time. It was well received. So now Donald Trump has never directly responded to this claim, which is odd because he directly responds to just about everything. Like just today, he directly responded to Charlemagne the God being on Fox News, and saying
with Laura.
Yeah, with Laura Trump. Just they managed to say a bunch of racist shit about him. Naturally, as the president is wont to do. But yeah, so he's never addressed that, which is odd. So they brand the U.S. president as an asset and not as an agent, and that's important because an agent would be somebody who is actively working for the government, right? An asset is somebody who they think that they can take advantage of. And so in back in back in 87, he took this trip over to Moscow, right? And there's no heavy evidence to prove this, but during this trip to Moscow, he let me find this part. Stress alleged that when Trump opened his first major property development, the Grand Hyatt Hotel in New York in 1980, he purchased 200 television sets from the Joy Ludd Electronics Store, which was owned by the Soviet emigre. Chavez claimed that the shop was a KGB front and that Trump had been identified as a potential asset by that point. In 1987, he traveled to Moscow, where Chavez claims that Trump was tapped by the KGB. Upon his return, Trump bought 3 full-page adverts criticizing U.S. foreign policy in 3 major newspapers at a total cost of $94,801 at the time of the writing. In his book, The Art of the Deal, Trump mentions the prospect of inaugurating a Trump building in Moscow. He had previously provided tabloid fodder for the American press, but in return from Russia, he began portraying himself as a savvy foreign policy analyst, Unger told Euronews. And so you skip ahead, 2019, the Mueller investigation, worked to see if there was any, the Trump campaign had established any link with Russia. Trump, on the campaign trail, openly talked to Russia. He said, Russia, give me your emails, things like that. If you're out there, give me your emails. The investigation found that Russia worked on behalf of Donald Trump to get him elected against Hillary Clinton. If further, Vladimir Putin said it out loud, as did some Russian oligarch who flew out of a window. So this idea that there is no connection between Trump and Russia is patently false. Trump being a Russian asset might seem a little bit far-fetched, but then when you start to look at this Epstein stuff, it begins to get even a little bit deeper. It turns out that the property that was involved in the spat between Epstein and Trump, the one where they ended their friendship over, Trump bought the property from Epstein, outbid him, with money he didn't have. And Epstein knew that. Epstein knew that Trump was a broke motherfucker and couldn't afford it. And Trump knew that Epstein was, getting his money from whatever. And so when Epstein found out that Trump outbid him for this house, he was pissed and threatened to call him on it. But the money he knew came from a Russian oligarch, which it did, who in turn turned it around and paid Trump more than double the properties, what he paid for the property, which is just money laundering 101.
Right.
Just like the TV sets back in 1987, money laundering 101. So not only that, Russia is where Russia provided Trump with his current wife, Melania, right? She's not from Russia, but she was working for Russians. He also he and Epstein both used Russian banks for a lot of their offshoring. So their ties to Russia are deep, and his ties to Russia are dangerous. And you can see that because another thing that Donald Trump never responds to is how much Russian TV makes fun of him. They literally show naked pictures of Melania from her modeling days on state TV all the time. They dog him all the time. He's out there telling them now he's gone back from 2 weeks. And the latest reporting says that Vladimir Putin has no intention of stopping whatsoever. Does not give a fuck about what Donald Trump's deadline is. So when I tell you this Krasnov thing, whether or not that's what they call him, Donald Trump's a Russian asset, boys.
I don't have any disagreement with that at all. I don't think that's a conspiracy theory.
I don't think it is either. I was shocked. I set off and I said, let me see what this conspiracy is about. I'm like, oh no. That shit happened and this shit's happening. So like he is an asset. I thought the whole thing was like he was a Russian agent, and clearly he's too stupid to be a fucking agent of anything. Like Agent fucking Orange is not a thing. He's not that guy, but an asset. Oh, for sure. Who could be more easy to manipulate than a fucking pedophile? Like, it just simple, bro. Like, him and his pedophile buddy started dealing with Russian oligarchs back in the 80s, and they have been at their beck and call ever since. I guarantee it. And even if that's not true, like what is certainly true is what's happening right fucking now in front of our very eyes, where Russia is just calling all of the shots. Whatever Russia wants, Russia gets. And that's wild because there's not the same kind of political pressure. There's not any political pressure coming from anyone, anywhere, other than Donald Trump and a few fringe MAGA people to support Russia. Unlike Israel, where it's like the entire Congress is like, Israel, like that has his back on that. There's nobody that has his back on Russia. Not even Russia. Right. Russia doesn't give him any credit for any of it either. He just keeps being humiliated and coming back for more. So ever since the Vladimir Stop post, it's been clear who Trump's daddy is, and it is fucking Vladimir Putin. Like 100%. 100%. Russia owns a piece. Russia owns a piece of them, just like Miriam Adelson and Elon Musk, who, by the way, guys, Elon gave another $5 million or $1 billion to Trump's campaign funds for the next election cycle. So everything's good in billionaire land.
Everything is good in billionaire land, right?
Yep. They're just out here jerking everybody off.
Yeah, these conspiracy theories are hard to call conspiracy theories when we're watching it play out.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, sometimes I think it's just important to examine where this stuff comes from, like with Jake's or with this one, or even like with the royal family, because it's all tied together, and like it all starts from some grain of truth. But then sometimes when it gets too ridiculous, we lose track of that truth, and we forget that there was a problem in the first place, or that there was something important that we were supposed to be talking about in the first place. So I think this is just tremendous fun for me too. Like, I don't know half of this shit. I've never heard none of it. You know what I mean? Like, what I know, but at the same time, like, I see, like, when I see like the effects that it's had on society, like, it's like, oh shit, I do know that. You know what I mean? Like, I do know. I just didn't know that was like a conspiracy theory. I didn't know that's where it started from, or I didn't know that was the thinking, or I didn't know that was the truth that began the conspiracy. Like, it's been fascinating. It's been a lot of fun, which just goes to show you got to try new things and don't be afraid of stuff.
Remember how white knuckled against you, conspiracy theories you were?
It was my only rule.
It was.
It was. That was the only thing I didn't want to talk about. I don't want to become that. I guess what I really wanted to avoid, though, just to be clear, is like there are so many of these MAGA influencers that have made a living chasing the algorithm, and whatever is hot to talk about, they talk about, right?
Yep.
And that's been their because that's been their whole thing about even the Epstein stuff. Like, they don't give a fuck about kids.
No, we never have.
No, they give a fuck about this is getting me paid. I'm going to go down this rabbit hole because this rabbit hole is where the internet's taking me. But that's good for conspiracies. That's good for the news. Let's take a quick break, come back, and talk about what's good.
Okay.
Welcome back to the What's Left podcast. John here with Jake and Brad here on the Derealization Nation Media Network. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. What the fuck are you waiting for? Fellas, let's get into each other's FYP and check out what videos have been popping up in your TikTok. I have, let's see.
Quality.
I've got a bunch of them, so let's just start with this one. I am
Yeah,
100%. I don't remember a lot about my drinking days, but I'm 100% sure that I drank with that guy. You just don't forget a voice that magical.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. That's the only thing I miss about having a car is just being able to sing loudly.
You're cool. I hear you.
Other than that, I'm cool. All right, what's this?
It's hard for kids.
Yeah, press out. Everybody out. Press out. Everybody out. Yeah, thank you, press. Get out right now.
Wait,
Who's that?
I have no idea. That must have been something that downloaded on accident. I don't even understand what the fuck happened there. Does anybody care to comment on that? What was going on?
Somebody must have passed out in the press lounge.
Yeah, shit happens. Okay, let's try this one. Turn a random anime in the background, but the story starts to get good.
How dare you take a warrior like my father! I'm gonna kill you for that! I'll be the last thing you see! I'll kill you! Do you hear me?
That's any show, bro. Any show. Try to do laundry when it starts to get good. Been there.
Ugh. It's impossible.
Demon Slayer is coming up, new season.
Oh, yeah.
If I ever get throwaway money, it will be spent having someone do my laundry.
1000%. There's a service around here too. They come and they pick it up. It's like I think $35 or something like that. I don't know. I can't. It's also like $3 if I just go downstairs and do it. So yeah, there's that. All right.
Abracadabra, ice will come grab you. You know, Dumbledore, what a loser. He was such a weak leader. You know, he's like the Joe Biden of Hogwarts. It was so sad. You know, Voldemort came in, did what he wanted with, just like the illegal immigrants, they're coming in at numbers never seen before. And Voldemort was coming in whenever he wanted. If I was in charge of Hogwarts, I would have built a tremendous wall around the entire board. We would have had ICE agents out on the field and the walls. And we also would have made sure to deport the Mexican Hogwarts students. It would have been so tremendous. You know, right now you've got all these Mexican Hogwarts students. They're stinking up the halls with their beans and we hate it. They're bad hombres. And they tried to put me into the Hufflepuffs. You know, when I went to Hogwarts I basically started Hogwarts. But when I went there a long time ago, he said, "You're a Hufflepuff," and I said, "Wrong. You're tremendously wrong. I'm clearly a Slytherin, a very powerful house. I'm a very powerful man with big hands, bibbity bop. When I'm in charge of the Hogwarts, I'll tell you what, that hat, it's going so quickly. Faster than we've ever seen before, believe me."
Fast. Yeah, Trump is definitely not.
No.
Oh shit. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. I don't even know who this one is. Nope, that's that one. Not that one. Whose is that?
Mine.
Okay. That's good. I like that. I didn't have it labeled.
Me saying I'm not going to DoorDash food again.
Yeah, right.
Yo, what up, what up? Hey, can we please have some health care? Yo, you know the snack wrap is back? We need health care. No, they got a spicy one now. A spicy snack wrap is back.
My children need medicine.
We dropping new types of Mountain Dew.
Medicine.
No, there's new ones. There's new ones.
For my children. Medicine? Medicine for sickness? The fuck is that?
Labubu's. Little guys, little dudes.
Do they have
24 karat Labubu's.
We need medicine, dude.
Yo, Jinko jeans is so back. Jinko jeans are back.
Can kids have free food?
Y2K fashion. All the shirts and pants are really big. We're making really big pants and shirts.
Can you feed children?
Big, real big pants.
Can children have
pants
food
are so big. Oh my God, we're making big pants.
Can you feed kids at school? Can you do that?
We're gonna put zippers on the Jordans again. We're gonna put zippers on the and pumps.
Christ.
We're gonna have pumps for the air like in the
for
90s. Remember that? Remember how you liked the 90s? You could buy the 90s again.
Food.
You could buy that.
That one was mine. Love it.
That's about right.
Fucking capitalism, bro. Phenomenal. All right, I think this was.
Have you noticed how silence scares the shit out of most of us? It gets so hard to just sit.
No, I haven't been able to notice anything except those big old bitties. Where did you get those? My guy, you get top surgery in the other direction, my dude? Cause those are some beauties you got there. Perky, beautiful, bazangas, whoa. Am I allowed to be like sexist in the other way to a man? Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. But whoa. Oh, if my chest looked like yours, I'd have a lot less dysphoria, I think. Because I know one guy has better boobs than me. Oh!
My dude!
Oh, that was fucking good. I like it.
Too funny.
It's funny because when I watched that video, I was staring at his tits before she said it.
My dude? My dude? This one?
Yeah.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna know me.
Fucking God.
It's my shit!
Oh, yes. Make America great again. We got to get back to Jesus, that, right? God.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, right?
That's like restricted times where you could beat your wife and not beat your wife so people get sleep.
I'm pretty sure in Pennsylvania you can still smack around on Sunday church steps. I think so. I really think so.
Really?
I think so. It's just like an old outdated law. Like I still think you'll get arrested, but I think it might still be on the books technically.
I could see it. I could see it.
That's what happens in the Commonwealth.
Fucking Commonwealth. This one, all right, let's do this guy. What the fuck just happened? What?
I love that shit.
Cows especially. Cows love you and your algorithm. Oh, fuck. All right. I think this is the last one. Did I miss any that you guys were thinking of?
Nope. Those are the ones I said.
All right.
The crackers then transfer from one conveyor to another and land in neat stacks.
Fantastic. All right, guys, tell me what's good. What's good this week? Let's start.
Dude, I will, but real quick, the nicknames for white people are fucking hysterical, bro. The mayonnaise mafia, I cry every time. Every time. Gosh.
Oh yeah. That's great. Fucking
Dude, I
great.
love it.
Yeah.
The kiddos come back Thursday, bro. School is in session starting Thursday. So it's pretty sweet. Is it gonna be super stressful? Fuck yeah, it is. Am I so excited to see all these little shits again? Fuck yeah, I am, dude. I'm glad they're coming back. So that'll be cool. Fall ball starts for P this weekend. She's got a doubleheader on Sunday. This is not the travel team. This is just fall ball. So
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, life is life, and kids come back pretty excited about that. Might go play in an outing on Saturday now that Peyton doesn't have games. So
nice. Well, if you now have Saturdays, that opens us up for more golf opportunities as a group as well.
Well, I mean, I've golfed the last 2 weekends.
Yeah. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. Clubs. Right there.
Yep.
Ready. At the ready. Yeah, that's cool. I used to love fall ball. It was one of my favorite. Just a little bit more relaxed. Always have more fun in the fall.
Yeah, it's just better. The weather starts to cool down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like there's a lot of intensity in summer ball, and then like fall ball, it's only like there's really only people that like take the game seriously. So like the competition's a little better, and I don't know. I just liked it. I liked it a lot.
He got asked to join this team post the jerseys and everything, so he's just giving her he had extra jerseys made.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't have her number on it, I'm gonna have to take it and get her number put on it. She's about to be pissed if she's like number 13 or something. She's gonna be sick as fuck about it.
Hey, now 13 is that's my number.
Until I had my daughter, 13 was my number, and then now that I have my daughter, her birthday's on the 31st, so my number's 31 now. But her number's 4. Her number's 4.
I hated Mike Piazza, so I would never wear 31. All right, Jake. Tell us about the trip. We know that's what was.
Yeah, I'm depressed because I was happy, and now I'm back in Ohio. But I was in Boston. I had a great time. Beautiful city. Some good people. There's a couple 1%ers over there for sure, walking through the neighborhoods. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Provincetown is amazing. Got drunk. Got to go to comedy shows and stuff. It was just a lot of fun. And now I am back to work.
Yay.
Yay. Yay.
Right. That's great, though. At least you got out there, had a great time. Sold some seals.
I did. Gray seals. I looked them up.
That's awesome.
Water was freezing. So cold. I put my foot in and I said, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah. Was the Boston Harbor clean, or is it like Baltimore Harbor?
They rake it every once in a while, so it's pretty darn clean. Super salty, and like they're saying it's based on the ocean, but like it was really cool. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, that should be fair. I haven't really no. Baltimore Harbor's pretty gross.
Talked to a lot of people on the streets campaigning for a lot of different things. It was really cool.
Oh yeah? That is cool. That is cool. Yeah, Boston's Boston's such a cool, odd place in America because they're very territorial and very family first, and they sound kind of Republican when they talk. But like, if you come after like some minority group in their neighborhood, they will absolutely beat your ass.
They're very, very well. They also don't smile.
Yeah. I like Boston. It's one of the. Not every place has that unique of an identity, but Boston definitely does. But I hate the fucking Red Sox. God, do I hate the Red Sox?
Fuck the Red Sox.
Sorry, Brad likes fucking Tom Brady though. So,
well, I mean, he was the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. So,
He gives his son on the mouth.
He does. It's weird.
That doesn't prevent him from throwing a tight spiral to a white slot receiver.
Yeah. Right. I feel like Tom Brady is the official quarterback of the MAGA movement.
Yeah.
He might be. He's a crypto bro, too.
Oh, my God. Fits right in. Just needs turn that white down to a brighter orange. That's all.
Yep.
Turn that tint up. It'll be just fine.
John, what's good in your world?
Lots of stuff. I don't know how to. I don't want to be too personal, so I just say things have been going really good. Having a nice time, relaxing. I'm really moved in. Really able to focus on myself now for the first time. It's been a lot transitioning from prison to the real world, but I really feel like for the first time since last year, coming up on a year since I've been out, I really feel like I'm firmly planted on the ground, and I'm able to focus on things that I care about, get my life back. Finding time to golf and to spend time with people I care about, family time. It's been great. It's been a real fun week, and I got no complaints. I got to hang out by the pool today, so it was good. It's good. Life is really, really good, and I love doing this with you guys, and I really just want this. I really hope I want this to expand. I want this to be bigger. I want this to be a thing. I want us to be able to break news to people. I want us to be able to talk about things outside of politics. I want us to be able to really work this thing out. And I just feel like we're doing it slowly but surely. And that's thanks to you guys. And it's thanks to the people that listen and watch and like and subscribe and share. So thank you guys and thank them too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, you guys want to add anything else this week?
I appreciate you, John, doing all this. Like, I don't really have to do much but get on here and smoke a joint and talk with you guys. So, I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Your gab sesh, so I'm always down.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I will say conspiracy theories are my favorite, though.
Yeah. I guess that is in lieu of a paycheck. That's what you get. Hell yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for listening, being a part of this. Really, seriously do appreciate you helping us build something here, create something from scratch, and it's pretty cool to see. But continue to tell your friends. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe on YouTube. It's free. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. It's free to subscribe on Substack, and it helps out in a big way to get us into the algorithm. You can help us out with a paid subscription on Substack too. But really, more than the money, not that we don't need it, but like more than the money, we need help breaking the algorithm, and we need the likes, we need the subscriptions, we need the shares, we need the comments, we need the feedback. So we need the love, we need the hate. Bring it on. Find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. Until next time, I'm John.
Jake.
And I'm Brad.
And that's what's left.
Helen Keller was a best-selling author, and that's how I know you fucking boomers can't read.